Hey guys, it's Osher. Today we are going to play FIFA 17 with Valencia, and this is the last match of
Ezekiel
the season,
Garay in central
and
defence.
everything is on
He's
the
had a
line.
go here.
We
Well, they've broken
are
through
we are
here
second on the
with a
table, but
really good goal.
that can be
And
snatched by
the
Real Madrid,
celebrations
and we
reflect
have
that. The
considered
support.
very early on. I didn't concentrate enough in this match, so I was like, okay, we can get the second position pretty easily. It is just Villarreal, and I completely forgot they are a strong team in La Liga, and I did consider very early on, but after that we started to dominate the game. They weren't in that game. They didn't do anything after they scored the goal. They had a few chances here and there. This is one of the chances, but they couldn't make that thing, that they couldn't convert the chance into a goal. Garay was there. He was strong and he cleared the ball away. As usual, we were creating chances from the right hand side, that is of Santimina's side, and he was pretty essential for us in the season because he did perform really well for us. I am impressed by him. I am not impressed that much by Kylie, but they get a chance. Pato was close. They had few chances here and there, but they were not on target, and that didn't trouble Diego Alves. Now we get a penalty here. Bazoyer was brought down by the defender. That is Musasio, I guess. I think that is Musasio who brought down uh, Bazoyer, and that was a clear penalty. Nothing, I am not taking away anything from Bozoyer, but a poor penalty from Gabbiadini, and I think that was Gabbiadini who took the penalty, and we couldn't score. Now Parejo with a shot and has been saved by the keeper. It was a good shot from Parejo, but equally good save from the goalkeeper. Has kept the score 1-0 in their favor, and now we have another chance, but a poor pass from Garay gives it to straight into the path of the defender. Parejo with a shot, and this time he scores. It hits the post and goes into the back of the net. It was lucky goal. It did hit the post, and instead of coming out, it went into the back of the net. So we were lucky, but we wanted this, and we get a goal before the half ends. So into the second half, they have a chance. They didn't get that many chances, and whenever they got, they were pretty lucky. They were sluggish in their position. They were giving away the position pretty easily. The crosses were not that good, as you can see. Pata with a poor cross. No one was there in the middle to head the ball into the back of the net. This was a threatening cross. Diego Alves had to dive for it but couldn't touch the ball. And luckily for me, there was no one to head the ball into the back of the net. And on the other end, we come we come into their box, we attack, we have one attack, and Gabe then scores from it. He is a top scorer right now in the league. I think there's a close competition between Luis Suarez, Gabbiadini, and I think Ronaldo. They are all almost on 17, 18, and 19, or maybe 20 goals. So really, it is I guess, quite exciting to watch him right now, and he has been one of the best players for us this season. He has driven us in the Champions League spot, and we almost challenged for the La Liga title. Now Gabbiadini has been brought down by the defender. I think this time it is Victor Ruiz, and the last time it was Musasio. And it is a straight red card for him in the 80th minute. Want they are a goal down, and now they can go 2 goals down. Gabbiadini takes it and he scores. Now he is on hat trick. If he had scored the first penalty, he would have completed his hat trick and could have been the top scorer. But he is not the top scorer. He doesn't end as a top scorer in the La Liga, but he was pretty close. I think there's a difference between just Luis Suarez scored a goal more than Gabbiadini, so that's why he is not a top scorer. He finished second overall, but he is 84 or 83 rated, and his potential is 85. He is really good striker. I recommend you guys to buy him. And that's the end of the match. We get a 3-1 victory over Villarreal in the final day of the season. Really good match. We dominated them in the second half, and we deserve to win. We get a win. They didn't do that much, but we are getting one, not 9.2 million pounds. No, it's million euros, and it is half of that would go into the transfer budget. Not half of that, but this funds would increase the transfer budget. That's what it says, and not the whole value would go into your transfer budget. You have to keep that in mind. Now, Diego Alves was pretty fantastic this season. He did really well. So was Cancelo. He has grown pretty nicely there. He he is being played at right mid currently in real life by Valencia's manager, but I am not using him at right mid. I am using him at his preferred position, that is right back. He did grew by 2 overalls, and that is something nice. He went to 81. Hopefully he does well next season too. Garay was pretty fantastic for us in the defense. He did really well. 40 games played. That is absolutely fantastic for the for him, because at his age he is going to drop, and I might sell him next season, because he might start to drop next season, and then I have to look for someone's for his replacement at someone at, yeah. So I might sell him next summer at his best value, and then get someone as good as him into the team. Mangala would go back to Man City. He was on loan. He did grew by 2 ratings, and he was also good. I did prefer him more than Abdeno, who is our player and not a loanee from any other team. But I did prefer Mangala because he was better. His overall stats were better, and I did like Mangala. Jose Gaya, same like Cancelo, was pretty good. He was terrific. I guess I still love him. I really recommend you guys, if you don't have a left back, just buy him. Valencia have many players like this who you can buy and use him in your career mode. Daniel Parejo, and our whole midfield was pretty good this season. I am really happy with the way they have played and they performed. I think Goodels has grown by 2 ratings, but I think he should be 80 rated next season at least, or I might sell him. He moved for 11 million at the start of the season. It was a really good buy, and I am impressed by him. Santimina, there were three young right midfielders in our team, and one of those were sold by me. So we had, I guess that is Beck Ali and Santimina in our team, and Santimina did well between I guess that is Bakali and Santimina. Gabrielini was really good this season. He scored 19 goals, and Luis Suarez scored 20 goals. Gabrielini did finish second. As I told you guys, Nani didn't play that many games for us. He played only 14 games. He was injured for 7 months, so it was really frustrating to have such a player of this quality to be injured for 7 months. Keita Balde didn't do that much in this season. He did perform well in the last few matches of the season, but I really hope he performs really well next season. Hopefully, he grows well next season and he becomes an important part of the team, of the first team at least. Rodrigo was injured in between the winter period, and so I am not totally satisfied with his performance. But he is a good player, and I think he is pretty pacey. He has got 4-star weak foot, and he can be a key part next season if I don't sell him on. Ayman Abdino would be sold on by me. I am not impressed by him. I might get the get the money after selling him and use it to buy another good centre back, or maybe a young centre back, maybe around 22 or 24 of age. Maybe Marquinhos is a good centre back, and I might look for him. Maurice Suarez would go back to Watford. Enzo Perez would be sold. Not impressive. Is 30, and he would be sold. Would be going down from next season, just like Ezekiel Garay. We have got few youth players. One of them is Javi Perez. He is 18, almost 17 or 18, and he has got 5-star weak foot and 3-star. No, 5-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, and Rafa Mir. All these players are pretty young, and they have been out on loan, or I haven't used them, or I won't be using them next season. Fran Villabla would be sent out on loan next season for a short period of time, short loan. It will be of 6 months. So, and Alvaro Medran did make a comeback from his injury. He was good this season. He was already transferred to Valencia this season. It was made by Valencia in real life. He did play for Real Madrid. Now he plays for Valencia. We did buy Lucas Silva in January transfer window, and he did not feature for us that many times. He was a good, I guess, backup for Parejo and our midfield, but he is out for 7 months, so he won't be starting the season next season too. I think he will be back until November or September, October, November. I think one of those. maybe October, I do think. But I am looking at few loan players, and I am pretty impressed with Ruben Vezo, who is on loan at Granada, and I might use him next season. And the rest of the players who are out on loan currently would be sold other than Ruben Vezo. Now, FC Barcelona win the La Liga title. We were just 5 points behind them, and we did really well to cope with these big teams because we aren't on par with these big teams like Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. Villarreal didn't do well. Can't see them really actually. They are 12th. Seville finished 8th. Atletico Bilbao finished 7th. Really surprising. Real Betis and RCD Espanyol finished in the European League. In the Europa League spots. We finished in the Champions League spot. Atletico Madrid have to do the knockout stages of the Champions League to enter the Champions League now group stage. So that is one thing. Now I am looking at the trophies won at Barcelona is in the final of the Copa del Rey, and they did lose to Man City in the semi-final of the Champions League. Man City, it is going to be against Man City versus Bayern Munich in the final, and spoiler alert, Man City won the Champions League. Pretty surprising, but that's the first Champions League trophy in the history. So really surprised with Bayern Munich losing to Man City. I think Bayern has a strong team, but we will see it next year when we play in the Champions League. So it took time for me to switch from Champions League table or Champions League 3 chart to Europa League. But it's West Ham versus Villarreal, our Spanish team, so they are keeping our honors. So thank you for watching and goodbye.